obviously it's a new thing for us, and the talks have been happening for years, but we didn't actually think it was going to happen. However, with the new government and the Constitution, the Republic, everything, you can't not hear about it or think about it because it's impacting everybody, specifically LGBT people in Barbados, because we don't have any protective laws, any inclusive policies, anything that would progressively help the community. So it's definitely been on my mind, the forefront of the community, especially with regards to having things that are going to affect us in the long term with regard to navigating life comfortably as LGBT citizens, specifically trans citizens in Barbados.
There are a few things that caught my eye, and I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, but let's see how it goes. I'm the kind of person, don't just say it, do, and when you do, make sure you have everybody in that circle.
Well, I've been paying a lot of attention to it. Obviously, I was trying to stay abreast of everything because it was a momentous occasion in time. It wasn't going to happen again. It was an opportunity that I thought wasn't really communicated to Gen Pop. So I attempted to, when people ask me or ask me questions, and I give them more information about what it meant, what was the significance, when we should be becoming a republic, what it means for the Constitution, what the changes that we could possibly look forward to in terms of constitutional reform, how momentous an occasion this was, and what it would mean. I think people kind of got a sense of the idea by November 30th, but for the most part, in general, and my friends, it wasn't communicated, but I personally paid a lot of attention to it.
Oh, I've been paying quite keen attention to the Constitution. I think it's important for all citizens to be active and to be aware of what's going on, in your country, especially when you have a say, you're able to have a say.
Quite a lot, actually, because it's something they've been talking about for years. Every other couple of presidents, the issue of republicanism will come up, and it will feel as if they don't really have the cojones to do it. So you can see more in your money country, I see it as a really good opportunity for major change. Because obviously, we stopped being a colony in 1966. It's not as if a lot of laws have really changed. I find in any legislative process, you want to have certain people making certain laws, and there's so many laws. Someone slipped through the cracks, and then you will come back and realize something really discriminatory or really just ridiculous, just laying down your laws, and it's actually a law for that to happen. So there's a lot of reform that has to happen, mostly in the legislature and the judiciary. But I see republicanism as a start because you can use this to really shape what Barbados should be for Barbadian people.
A fair amount of attention. I would say that because I work for an international company, and I needed to know if it was to have a job when we break ties with the Queen. So for malicious reasons, yes. Also, I recently got involved with LGBT advocating, and I knew that this would open a very important door for us.
This takes me back to the drawing board, whereas those who are dealing with the Constitution, you need to include somebody from the LGBTQ community on that board. You don't just decide. Because once there's an LGBTQ person on that board, then you have an inkling of what needs to be done to make our community better, safer, more comfortable to be.